YouTube is happening. It's Friday, April 11th, and we're going to talk about the MLB first today. We have, well, 15 games like usual. Everyone's playing. Nothing new, nothing special there. We are missing a pitcher for the Milwaukee team, but other than that, everybody else seems to be listed. So if this doesn't load by the time it's there, we're going to have issues with that game. But other than that, what can you do? That's still 15 games. We can break stuff down, look for some value. So, but first, let's do a little recap of yesterday, shall we? We took these plays here. Paris had 1 HRR, not 2. Cannon had 5 hits allowed, not 4. But I mean, what can you do? Bobby Witt did come through for us and did a great job. Sal did not play, so that voided out. If you have a book that didn't void this, get you a new book, because most books void if they're not in the starting lineup. There you go. Devers also came through for us, and yeah, the Nerfy did not hit. So what can you do? That ended up being 2 and 3 on the day. There's going to be down days. There's going to be an amazing day. We had a 7 and 3 day like 2 days ago, so there's going to be great days. You just got to weather the bad days, celebrate the good days. So if you want the plays typed out, or if you want access to the spreadsheet, all you got to do is go over, join the HQ. Simple as that. So we have 15 games. Let's stop wasting time. Let's jump to the first game right now. All right, first game is going to be KC and Cleveland. We can see who we got. We got Cleveland favored at 142 with a 7 total. Let's look over at the spreadsheet, see what we got cooking. 7 and 6, 6 and 6. I'm going to finish it this weekend. Hopefully, it is a lot harder to figure out left and right matchups and bullpen ERA via spreadsheet formulas. It is quite difficult, but hey, we're going to figure it out. We figured the rest of this out, and it's going well so far. So good deal. All we know is neither team are nerfy teams, but they're not yerfy teams because the batting is just not good. If the bats were amazing and the nerfies were bad, then yeah, we would look at a yerfy, a yes runs first inning, but not this. Moving on. We go to the schedule real quick. I'm going to show you the pitchers. We got Kudus Movement, Tintana BB. There's our pitchers right there. There you go. Let's break those pitchers down. So we start off with old Tanner, 12 and 8, 3.47 against righties. You see how KC is. You see how they did against him. What stands out? Old Pasquatch, 8, 750, 2.3, 2.3. Amazing numbers. Bobby Booby Witz, 308 with a home run, and then Massius 286 with 2 home runs. Pretty good stuff. So you could take yeah, KC bats here against them. They might have a little bit of success. We swap sides because we want to see how Chris does. 1 and 1, 267. Yeah, against lefties, you can see how they have done his last season and how they've done against him. Not good against him overall. So now they faced this man literally. I think it was earlier this season. So let me go and actually look at the things. So I was looking through all these. This is the only prop that looked good for the pitchers. For all the props, I've already dug through them all. This is the only one that stood out. 8 and 8 on strikeouts. His number's 5.5. Now, typically you won't take strikeouts against Cleveland because Cleveland's pretty good. Not right now. They're not. 7.67 at home's good. 8.33 on the season, but 9 average in the last 10 is not good. So they're 18th in the league. So we could potentially take this. Now you're like, what about Pasquatch? What about him? We got to look at Pasquatch. I got you. He's right here. So HRR over 1.5. Dude has some crazy success to the point where I think I'm going to have to take this, man. I'll feel bad if I don't. I do like his strikeout prop of 5.5 against Cleveland, who's kind of slumping with the bats. They're only getting 6.5 hits a game right now. So I think I'm going to take old Pasquatch here for the over HRR. I know he hasn't been looking great recently, but he has such a beautiful matchup. And that worked well for us yesterday with Devers and Bobby Witt. So we're going to follow that same trend today. We're going to take Pasquatch 1.5 HRR and move on to the next game. All right, next so we got Pittsburgh and Cincy, and this one's going to be real easy, real quick too. We have Cincy 158 with an 8 total. Let's look over at the sheet, and what do we see? Oh, Nerfy alert, because Pittsburgh is they're number 1 in the league when it comes to Nerfies. They've hit the Nerfy in 9 out of the last 10 games, which they've only scored 1 run in the first inning of combined of all 10 games. They're only getting 1.15 first inning runs in the whole season so far. Look at those Nerfy numbers. Delicious. And then you're facing the Reds. Oh, they've hit the Nerfy and only in 8 of the last 10. They're averaging 0.4 runs in the first inning, which is 10th, but still beautiful. And on top of it, the runs are terrible. They can't score. We know Cincinnati's had their struggles with the runs recently. Pittsburgh is just not good offensively overall. So yeah, Nerfy is 100% going to be the play unless something really stands out. And I can tell you, I've already looked through everything. Let me show you. Let me show you our pitchers first. So you see, we have good pitchers. We have Singer and Bailey Falter. They're not the best pitchers, but they're good enough against these type of offenses. That's what you want to see. We don't need Cy Young out there. We just need non-garbage pitchers. We don't need bullpen dudes. So let's go to the props and show you. Break it down. Singer 9 and 13, 3.71. Against Singer overall, you can see how they have done against righties last year. You can see how they've done. Nothing really stands out. You look over here, flip side, nothing's 8-9 for Falter, 4-4-3 against lefties. Since he's not good. Since he's not good against lefties, and then you can see against him historically, yeah, he's had very little success, but I mean, yeah, there's some home runs out there, cool, whatever. If they hit a home run off him, I don't care. That's cool. Show me you can score a run, because right now you're telling me you can't. So, and then I looked through all the props. The only one that stood out was Singer's strikeouts, because you look at his strikeout numbers, you can see how he's done head to head. He has faced once and had 6 strikeouts. That was back when he was on a different team. So, but last 10, he's averaging 5.5. His number's 5.5. But you gotta look at one thing. Pittsburgh, 26 in strikeouts. They're striking out 9.8 times per game in the last 10. That's pretty bad. So, but that's still not good enough to take over a Nerfy. So let's go find us a Nerfy line and see how much it's going to cost us, because I'm kind of curious with the Nerfy. Game lines, inning, first, over, under 112. I'm taking it. Don't care. Next. All right, next up is Toronto and Baltimore. And we see it's basically a pick 'em, maybe slightly in Baltimore with a 8 total. Let's go over here to our spreadsheet and take a look, shall we? 8-6, 5-8 for Baltimore. Nothing in the Nerfy where it lines up. They both aren't good at scoring runs, and they don't give up. They don't do home runs. So under could definitely be in play here. Let's see what else we got. Let's go with the pitchers. Who do we got? We got Bowden Francis and Tomoyuki Sugano. Good to know. Look at our pitchers. We got break them down. Bowden 8-5, 3.30 against righties. You can see how they've done historically, but against Bowden Francis, Mountcastle has popped off against this man. 7-14 and 7 at bats with 2 home runs, 6 ribbies, and a 2.5. I've already have his tab pulled up. We're going to look at him in a minute. Don't you worry. And then you flip sides. It's like, okay, so we go to Baltimore. Sagano obviously doesn't have stats from last year. You go against righties, and you see how Toronto did. Toronto loved them the righty. They loved a righty, didn't they? Look at all those numbers. Now, obviously, they have no stats against this man, so makes it a little difficult, doesn't it? Now, if you look through the stats and everything, I've looked through all these. Nothing looks good for Francis. I mean, his hits, I mean, I can show you real quick. Nothing's really lining up. And then Sagana only has 1 game so far, so we need more stats before we can do anything with this man. But we are going to look at Mountcastle. That's what we're going to look at. This one, 7 at bats, 7.14 average. He does do pretty well. I don't like anything else in this one, maybe the under. So I think, can I even get a line on this? Oh. Why is this line so jacked up? Over half RB? No. Let's get the real line. It's 1.5. Thank you. 1.5 plus 110 plus 100. If you want a plus play, you can take it. I think we're going to trust the history against players. So we're going to take Mountcastle. Castle over 1.5 HR. I love HR. And if you like, why don't you take hits? Well, you could take hits easily. He just needs 1 hit. You could take bases if you want to take total bases, which is TV. You could take that if you want. It's minus 170. I mean, it's up to you. You can do what you want. It's only half. How that does. I like the HR. I like the advantage where if I can get the plus juice because the line's a little different, I'll take that. Sure. Well, does it have a higher chance not hitting? Of course, but it has a better chance hitting a plus 110 too. So I know. Man, now I'm looking at that. I'm looking a little. Let's take the hits. Let's just take him to get a hit, or just hell, just a base. We don't even need a hit. Just get a base. That's all we need. Yeah. Yeah, 2 bases here, half a base for 170. I mean, just 1 base. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll take Mountcastle to get a base for 170. We'll just go for the win today. Next. All right, next up, we got a weird one. It's very weird. It's Atlanta at Tampa. It's 124 Tampa with a 9 total. Let me show you the spreadsheet. We'll talk about it real quick. Both teams pretty good when it comes to Nerfies, except for Tampa's good at getting runs in the first inning, but like they get them in bunches. So one day they might have like 4 or 5. The next day, a few days, nothing. So the only issue is, I don't know if you saw this or not, Atlanta game got postponed because of the rain, but then they finished it. So, and then Ozuna hit the walk-off home run at like 1 a.m. Eastern. And now they literally had to get on the plane. Now, I know the flight, well, you might not know this, the flight from Atlanta to Tampa is like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah. So, and especially when you have your own plane, it makes it a lot faster. So, yeah. So it's not that big of a deal. It's a pretty close flight, but still, it's travel. And yeah, it messes up their night and everything. And then now they don't play till 7 o'clock tonight or 6. What time do they play? 7:05 Eastern. But still, that's travel involved in the numbers with this. There's going to be some tired in there. I don't know. I don't want to touch this really, to be honest. I'll show you the props though. Let me show you the pictures. Let me show you all the fun stuff. Let's see. It's going to be, where is it at? Elder versus Taj Mahal Bradley. Good stuff. Let me show you their stuff. Boop. Open that up. 8-11, 4-11 last year. Braves versus righty. You can see that against Taj. Not much data. Murphy has a home run, but there's nothing there. You flopped it to the other side. You're not going to have much data here either. Against righties, you can see that. You can see how Tampa did against righties, and you can see how Elder has done in his season, last season. So nothing's there. I've already dug through all of these numbers. Nothing looks good that I would take. I went through the bats as well, and if you want to touch the bats, by all means, Tampa is a little league park, basically what it feels like, because home runs, I tweeted yesterday, home runs are always on the table. So if you want to have fun with a home run, by all means, but I'm not touching this game. Next. Ooh, buddy. All right, we got San Fran and the Yankees, and I got a couple batter plays already from what I just saw. Where's the line at? Let me get that line right there. 120 for the Yanks. 8 is our total. Let me show you the spreadsheet. This is not going to be a pitcher day. I'm going to tell you right now, based on 2 different bats and their histories, and I want to take both of them. I like them so much. There's your numbers. You can see everything there. Yeah, there. Who's your pitchers? Well, it's going to be Robbie Ray and Stroh. Those are the 2 going out there. That's cool, right? Let's look at the props. Let's look at how they do, right? That matters, yes. So we have Stroh's at 10-9, 4.31 against righties. You see, San Fran typically isn't that good. They prefer their lefties. We know this. Against Stroh, Adames does not care. He wants 4.74, 2 homers, 5 RBIs on a 1.4 and 19 at bats. Pretty good, right? You're like, man, that's the play, right? Oh, no. There's a different play we're taking today. Oh, man, I got flop sides. Let me go over here to San Fran. Let me load it up. It's a Yankee. Let's see. Ray is 3-2, 4.7 against lefties. You see how ye old Yankees have done last year. And against Ray, nothing. 8 at, we're on Judge now. 8 at bats, 3.75, 3 home runs, 2.0. 3 of the 8 at bats have been a home run for this man. Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and just ignore all the pitcher stuff. Come over here. Oh, look, over 1.5 HR. He's been crushing as well. Yeah, I think we found a winner. Yeah, he's been doing great. What's his home run line today? Plus 230. Interesting. I might have to do my own little sneaky home run parlay. You know, I'm okay with 1 or 2 parlays a day. Just have a little fun, but make sure you put your straight bets in. So he has been 5 days since he hit one too. So might be smells like a good day for a Judge home run, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Judge HRR next. All right, next up is Washington and Miami, and we got Washington 120 with an 8 total. Let's look over at the spreadsheet. 5-7, 6-6. You can see Washington has not scored a run in the first inning on the road yet. They're 100%. They have no runs in the first inning. So on the season, they're pretty good. They have over 1 run per average at home. Yeah, but not away. They're terrible on the road. But you can see the numbers. Nothing's really standing out for a Nerfy-Yerfy. Nothing's standing out for strikeouts. Maybe wait, who's pitching today for Washington? I already know this. Let's look. It's old Mitchell Parker against Cal Quantrill. And Miami is 28th in strikeouts with, what was that, 10.2 per game last 10, 9.1 to 4, but that last 10 is, woo, let's go to props. Now, I looked at this a little bit, and I've already looked at the matchups. Nothing standing out for against Parker, and nothing standing out except for this 429 for Bell, but that's really nothing because he only has 1 RBI with a 1.10. Nothing's truly standing out like we saw with Judge or Pasquatch or Mountcastle like we saw earlier. So against righties, you can see how Washington's done, and you can see how they have done against lefties. Not good last season. And here up here, you can see their stats. Quantrill, not the best, and then Parker, not the best either. So I only have props for Parker. I don't have Quantrill props, which is funny. So strikeout wise, you see what he has. Now he only had 2 against Arizona, but before that, Philly he had 5, and then all these other games he's averaging 4.8 his last 10. Miami is striking out a bunch. His number's 3.5. I think he can get 4 strikeouts. I think he can. I don't know. We'll see. I might take this because Miami is striking out a bunch, and yeah, this might be the way to go. He only needs 5. How many times did he hit this last season? 2024. How many times? Yeah, he had this number 60. Ooh, that's it. He barely hits it too. Ooh, I don't like this at all. How do you do against Miami head to head? 2, 4, and 5. Ooh, okay, we're leaving that alone. All right, any bats? Any potential bats we can take in this one that looks good that don't just stand out? Nothing stood out overall. Derek Hill points, CJ Abrams. Yeah, of course, he's always pretty good. Ruiz, Hill, Stowers, Alex Call. Yeah, I'm not. These are like 90s maybe, but like 8 out of 10 stuff. No. Derek Hill hits. I mean, sure. Let's see how many bats does this man get. He gets 1 hit, baby. He gets a lot of at bats though. Dude gets at least 4 to 5 sometimes. That's pretty good. Uh, but he's going up against Parker, who doesn't give up that much in hits. Yeah, I think this one's going to be a pass. I don't really see anything I truly like in this one, so we're going to pass and move on to the next one. All right, we got Boston and the White Sox up next. Sox for Sox, and we got 164 for Boston money line with an 8 total. Looking at the spreadsheet, my first instant thought is Boston money line. That's the first thing. Like why? They're using their bullpen more than anybody. That's the first thing I'm noticing too. Like, damn, it's a lot. That's a lot of innings, my guys. But then you see Charlotte, Chicago is just not good offensively. They're not good off. They can't do anything. They're not striking out much though. But Boston's on fire still, both in top 4 in runs and hits. That's impressive. So, who's pitching today? Today is going to be Sean Newcomb and Davis Martin. Okay, we pull these two up. Martin in history versus Boston. You can see that. Boston versus righties. You can see, not so much. Nothing really. I mean, yeah, they do pretty well against righties, but not much history against him. We go the other side for Sean. Chicago has no real. I mean, 3 for 4, big deal. Nothing there against lefties. I say they do okay. 1.1 is green, but it ain't good. That means the other side's even worse. So, yeah, we're leaning Boston heavily. Let's look at some props. Strikeouts, Ks, nothing is going to be good. Hits allowed 4.5 for you. Maybe. No, Chicago's only getting 6.4 hits a game right now. Why would I even dare take that? Why? What's the point? Walks, hits. Yeah, this is going to be a simple, straight up, just money line Boston. Yep. Next up, Angels, Houston. And I got to scroll down for that, don't I? Yep, it's right there. 140 for Houston, 8.5 is our total spreadsheet. 8-4 for the Angels. Look at them cook. Look at the offense. The number 1 home runs. They cannot be stopped right now. Why would you ever bet against them? Especially when Houston's kind of struggling to do anything. Like, they're good at nerfies, but they're not good at anything else because they just don't score. So, I mean, come on. So, yeah, Angels for sure. Plus 1.5 is 170. I'm down. I'm 100% down. Who's pitching? Who's pitching out there today? Let's look. It's going to be JK versus Blanco. Nice. Let's look at that a little deeper. Blanco, 13-6, 2.8 against the Angels history. You can see there's not much history. There's nothing there. Angels against righties last season. I don't care about this. You see how they're hitting right now? That's all I care about. Show me what you've been doing now. So I think I might even stop showing last season because last season, man, we're in game 12, 13, 15 now for some of these teams. Now, they need to update this to 2025 soon so I can start using that. Let's flop to the other side. JK has no history against Houston's, never faced them. Against righties last season, these guys were, you see the numbers, they were there. So let's look at the product. You want to take outs, this man might be good, but then yeah, he's facing Houston too, so this might be a good one. I do like the Angels plus money though. Plus 125 to win that game sounds good too. That sounds fun. Let's see. Strikeouts. I haven't looked at these yet. Strikeouts are only 4 hits. Earned runs. Yeah, his outs is pretty good. That's pretty solid. All last season, yeah, he's hit. So shoot. Like end of the last 3 was that many. Wow. This season, he had 15 there. Okay. Strikeouts, hits, earned runs, outs. Nothing stands out for him. His walks kind of do. His walks are finally loaded. Look at that, walks. That's a lot. I think we're going to just take LA like I said it was. Houston's kind of struggling. You can see with the offense. Angels are doing great. Angels plus 1.5 on the road, 170. I'm down for that. Let's take that next. Also, I forgot to show a team with this hot. You got to show the batting props. You just got to do it. So there's some of their props too. Like Soler has a hit in these games. You can take that if you want. I just like the fact the whole team's playing great. So you could pick any one of these bats for the Angels and do them pretty good overall. So, but just give me the team plus. I think we're good there. So cool. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one's going to be who is it? It's going to be Detroit and Minnesota. Let me load it up real quick because I just jumped into that one to explain that real quick. So we need Detroit. The tag is, and we need them again over here. Tag is. Cool. Now what we got over here? Tag is. Where are you at? There you are. 112 Minnesota, basically a pick 'em. 7.5 is our total. Let's go over to the sheet. 7-5, 4-9. Minnesota struggling. They're getting some runs, but they ain't getting it. They're not doing good at it. Minnesota is kind of a nerfy team. Detroit is kind of a yerfy team because they started off hot. Both teams do not steal bases. That's the first thing I noticed. They ain't got to worry about steals with these teams. Detroit's offense is still cooking the last 10. You can see how they've been doing. You can see how they do on the road. They're still pretty good on the road. They're good all around. So pretty good overall. Let's look at the pitchers. Who is pitching today for this game? It is Reese Olson and David Festa. Ooh, it's on Apple TV Plus, just like the Cincy game is. But there was a whole rumor like, oh, the games on Apple TV have juice balls. No, they don't. That was clear last year. They don't. Oh, man. Let's look at the props. Let's look at these two pitchers. We need, Festa and Reese Olson. Let's open these two up. And we got to do a full-on research right now. So let's do Festa, Detroit versus Festa. You can see the stats. 1 home run for Green. Not much data there. We flop sides. Reese Olson versus Minnesota. You can see the data. Not much there at all either. Minnesota versus righties. Pretty good last year. And Detroit versus righties. Not as good. So, and then you can see their last year stats, 2-6 and 4-8. Nothing really stands out with these two. Look at the props. What is there anything we want to take advantage of here? We could take maybe Detroit hits. We could take strikeouts for either pitcher. They're both in the red. That's not where you want to be. So let's go back and see if we got any good strikeout props. 4.5. He's averaging 5.6, and he's going up against Detroit, who is averaging 9.4 for the whole game. So if he pitches 5 innings, on theory, he should have 5 strikeouts. You would think. Head to head, he did have 6 the one time he faced them last year, so not bad. Let's look at Reese. Reese, what you got for us, buddy? Strikeouts? You ain't him. You ain't him at all. Sorry. Hits, earned runs, maybe? No, you're all over the place. You could be strikeouts. You could be, you gave up 7 earned runs. When you faced them, you gave up 7 earned runs, but you still struck out 6. Okay. How'd your earned runs go this year? You are not that good, my dude. So you're not good. You're facing Detroit's bats who are hot. Minnesota's bats are not hot. So Detroit has the advantage, and they're minus 104. Give me Detroit money line. Next. All right, Philadelphia and St. Louis. It is 130 Philly with a 7.5. Look at the spreadsheet. 8-4, 5-7. Both teams do qualify for a nerfy, but then you see the offense is so good for St. Louis. I don't want to touch the nerfy because if you're first in hits, you can easily pop in 2 singles. Next thing you know, there's a run scored all of a sudden. Not a chance. How are they not getting runs in the first? I don't understand when they're doing so good everywhere else. That's kind of crazy. They got to warm up, I guess. If you want to take a nerfy, hey, by all means, you see the numbers there. Strikeouts, everything's good. So pitcher props are going to be kind of not a thing in this game. So let's look at who is pitching. Who is Aaron against Andre, Palante and Nola. Cool. Go to props. Let's look at these. Palante versus the Phillies. Historically, you can see how he has done. There's his numbers. Nothing really stands out here. We flopped the other side. St. Louis for Nola. He's done better, but he hasn't, again. 250 and 20. There's nothing standing out either way. Nothing stands out. So against righties, you can see how St. Louis has done last year, and we can see how Philly did last year. Nothing stands out for these two, I'll tell you. Pitcher props, I wouldn't touch these. I've already kind of looked through these. I've kind of, just dabbled here and there. Everything's pretty close to the line. We got our pit. Yeah, it's all there. Not a thing. Not a thing I'm liking. Hits, strikeouts, earned runs, walks, outs, you can see it all. Just nothing good. So for this one, everything looks good. Only thing I would even consider taking is the nerfy, but I would be literally sweating anytime St. Louis is batting. So for me, I'm gonna play it safe. We're gonna pass on this damn thing and move on to the next one. And I did it again. Let me show you the props for the bats. So a team that hot like St. Louis, we got to show off the bats. I keep forgetting to do that. I'm trying to get my flow. It's going to be a long season. We got like 6 months of this every day. So I'll figure out the flow here soon. So don't worry. Victor Scott, Pedro, Alec, they've all done really good recently. You got plenty of things to take on. HRRs, hits. I mean, you got options here galore. So not that many to pick from, but I mean, kind of. I see options galore. There literally are, but if you want to take any of these, you can. They're going up against Nola. Nola has shown he can be amazing, but then he can also be not amazing. So no. But if you want to, there's your props for the bats. I'm not touching them. We're going to move on to the next game, which is going to be Colorado and San Diego. Let me go and swap the screen over. Thank you. This game is going to be what? San Diego 205 at home with a 7 total. Nice. Spreadsheet. 3-9, 10-3. You can see how they've done their last 10-5, all their good stuff. Rockies have not scored a run in the first inning on the road yet this year. They're 0 for 100% nerfy. Yay. They're 10th on 7 out of 10. They're 6 out of 10. So, but they are scoring a lot of runs. They're averaging 1 run per game in the first inning. That ain't what you want to take. You want low numbers, not high numbers. Both teams are getting a lot of hits. Colorado is obviously still striking out like crazy. Tell me they're facing a good pitcher. I love a strikeout prop in this game if possible. Who's pitching for San Diego? Marquez and Nick Pivetta. Pivetta? Maybe. Let's go take a look, shall we? Let's dig into it, shall we? A little bit. Pivetta versus Jermaine. Pivetta strikeouts is all I care about for this dude. Oh, he's not a strikeout dude. Well, I mean, 5 or 6 head to head. He only got 6 whole last season. He hit this number 38% of the time, but I mean, yeah, sometimes he is. Back-to-back 8s, back-to-back 9s, back-to-back 10s. That's crazy how I did that. But still, nothing else really stood out. 2025, he did have 3. How many strikeouts do you have? 4 and 4. That's not a good start. We can't take a strikeout prop then. Damn, 6.5. They're on the odds makers are caught on the Colorado not knowing how to not hit the ball. They figured it out. So outs, walks, hits, earned runs, nothing. And then we go to the other side with Marquez. Let's see, earned runs, walks, hits. Strikeouts. No. Let's do the matchup. Do any of the bats look good potentially? Let's see. Historically versus Pivetta. Tovar has a home run, but only 4 bats. And we flop the other side, and we have Cronenworth has 2 home runs and 19 at bats. Uriel has 2 home runs and 10 at bats. Machado has a home run. Damn, everybody and their mama has home run. Everybody does good, except Tatis. Tatis does not do good. So everybody does good. All right, I see why San Diego's favored now. It makes a lot more sense now. I might have to go San Diego like a team total or something. We could take that. Or let's go to the bats. Let's just stop playing. Let's go to the bats. Who can we take? Machado. Doyle's doing good on hits. Who else we got? Machado again. Not Machado. It's Malandano. That's Machado. Oh, man. McMahon. Who can we take that lines up against German? Okay, Malandano has nothing. Machado has 414 with not 29. That's actually good. That's a lot of at-bats. So is 316 and 19. That's pretty good. But I think 414 and 29 at-bats, that's pretty damn good. All right, Machado it is. We're going to rock with Machado, get a hit if possible. Can we take that? Just a hit. HR looks pretty good. Yeah. 250 for a hit? Come on. You're killing me. Total bases? 1.5 is plus 1.2. HRR is minus 130. We're going Machado HR. Over 1.5 HR. That's what we're going to take based on the history, based on how he's performing right now, based on the pitcher match. That's what we're going to take next. All right, next up we got Texas and Seattle. This is a fun one. It's 122 Texas with a 6.5 total. Let's go to the sheet. 9 and 4, 5 and 8. Both teams, both good at nerfies. Texas did a little bit decent at getting some runs. I don't know about the first inning. Hits though, the worst hitting team in the league is Texas. Did you know that? Now you do. 9 and 4, worst hitting team. That should tell you something. Man, to tell you how good they're. Both teams get a lot of steals. Both top 5 in steals. Both teams using the hell of their bullpens. Let's see. Let's go. Who's pitching today? Well, this game is going to be DeGrom versus Bryce Miller. Cool. Let's break those two down, shall we? Bryce, open these up. Bryce Miller versus Texas. There you go. That's what we want to see historically. There you go. The only funny thing is Sager, 5 at bats, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs, a 2.5. Young, 1 home run and 5 at bats with a 2.0. Yeah, Sager could be a play for sure. But the flop size, and there's a funny one here. Against DeGrom, you got Garver, 2 at bats, 2 home runs. 2 solo shots at that. There's 2 solo shots with a 5.0 OPS. Like, all right, cool. You've done the literally best you could do. You get up there, you hit the ball deep. So now you're facing them probably 3 more times. Any chance he hits another home run? Any chance? Who knows? So, yeah, there you go. So let's look at how they do. And you see the overall, you can see the stuff. Let's look at the strikeouts. Neither team strikes out much, so I'm not looking at strikeout props. I will look at under hits for you against Texas. That could be a play, but 4.5, come on, bro. That's it. Head to head, 5 and 4, your 2 games. I don't like. I think I like batter prop more. Just saying. I think I like the batter prop. DeGrom, what you got for us? Anything good over here for us, buddy? Strikeouts is well below 7.5. Do you think Seattle's the strikeout team they were last year? Do you see how they're doing? They're only getting 8.4 right now. You better put some respect on their name for now. They'll figure it out eventually and go back to what they used to, I'm pretty sure. But still, that's why as an EV player, like, come on, bet this. Look at this beautiful line. Like, not a chance in hell I'm touching that. Outs, wins, walks. Yeah, none of the pitcher stuff. Bats. Now, who do we take? We could take, I mean, you got Polanco and Jung here doing pretty good. Jung did have a well over a 1.0 OPS. That's pretty good. We could take Sager. We could take who was the other one? I already done forgot. I done forgot it already. Let's see. It was Garver. Garver's got 2 for 2. I do like the Sager play because we know Sager's always pretty good. It's 3 for 5 with 2 home runs. So when he hits the ball, it goes far too, and he's more likely to hit more. I feel like he's better. He would be better than. There's Jung too. He's good too. Oh man, options in this one. I want to take a bat. I do. There's Josh Jung. He's been doing good too. Damn, did we just take Jung? I guess we could. I want to take Sager if possible. You're down here. Oh, let's take a look. Let's see what he's been up to. Oh, he popped off last game. Let's see. That's. Can you get a hit for me? Can you head to head? No, head to head. Oh my God, you did nothing last year against Seattle, didn't you? Oh, that's not good. Let's take you off. I mean, you might break that trend, but I ain't gonna pay to find out. Jung, what you got for us, buddy? Texas is so cold on hits, right? Well, he's not. He's doing pretty good. Hits for him is 174. Him to get a hit could be the move. Yeah, let's say Jung to get 1 hit. 174. I'm cool with that. We'll take that next. All right, this one's fun. Milwaukee and Arizona. Is Arizona 154, the 8.5 total? We look at the spreadsheets. We see our numbers. Number 1 tied with Pittsburgh is Milwaukee when it comes to Nerfies because they are literally just as bad in the last 10. 1 out of 10 is how many Nerfies they've hit. Yerfies they've hit. They've hit the Nerfie 9 out of 10 times. Amazing. 1 run combined in all 10 of the last first innings. Pretty good. Arizona, on the other hand, ruins that. I wouldn't touch it because of it. So you can see the rest of the stats there. We go to the pitchers, and this is the game where we have no clues going out there for Milwaukee because Milwaukee, if you don't remember from last year, they love to play games like this. Milwaukee is that team that will put a reliever in for the first inning and then put their starter in the second inning. They love doing shenanigans like that. I forgot about that till just now, and it makes me angry. They do stuff. I mean, it's legal. You can easily do that, but it's just weird, and it annoys me. So whatever. Let's see, because you don't have to announce who the starter is if you don't tell them. Basically, it's actually pretty smart now. But damn, it annoys me for betting purposes. So because when I come up here, I look at props, and guess what? I have nothing. I have no pitcher props in this game. I can't even look at history. I can't look at the history. Can't look at nothing because we don't know who's out there. And then we got Eduardo, and I can't even look at him either for some reason because he has no props. Why? I don't know. I don't know why I don't have, but then I can look at these. I can look like Churio and Terang and all these, and Sal. He should have played today. Hopefully, are you gonna play? Or are you on PTO again? Like, don't start no NBA bullshit. Don't start that. It's too early in the season for that. So you can take that. For me, if I need to know who's pitching. So to me, this is a pass. Next. All right, Mets and A's are up next, and we can see it is 130 for the Mets with a 9.5 total. Let's go to the spreadsheet. See what we got. 8-4, 5-8. Both teams top 4 not striking out. Amazing. Look at them two do so good. They are leaning Nerfy. They are leaning Yerfy. So nothing there, and nothing's really standing out the rest of it. So let's go see who's pitching. In this one, we got Griffin Canning and JP Sears. Cool. Let's go look at their breakdowns. Sears versus the Mets historically. That's what we care about in the screen. You see all that there. We flop sides. Nothing stands out. And we can see how the A's have done against Canning historically. And again, nothing stands out. So we'll just look at their props real quick. Outs for Sears. Sears is pretty consistent getting his outs. As long as he don't get like beat up, he's going to get his 6 innings. So you could take Sears to get 17 outs, which is what, 5 2/3. He even got to finish. He even got to get 6 innings. Oh man, that might be good. That might be a good one. The Mets are only hitting 23rd right now at 6.9 hits per game. Only 4.1 runs the entire game. And they're at home. The A's are. They're in Sacramento. So, hey, I mean, I guess it could work. That might be a play. That might literally be the play. I like that. The more I say it, I like it. Earned runs pretty good. His season so far, he gave up 3 and 2. Sears is not Oakland. The A's have a good pitching staff, including obviously an awesome closer. It's just I think they're mismanaged. That's just my thing. They have a decent team. So let's look at walks. Yeah, he's been pretty good. Let's pop over here to Griffin Canning. Nothing is really going to stand out for you, is it? Ooh, that's a lot of walks, good sir. That's a lot of walks. I think Sears is going to be the play, though. We will look at the bats, too, since we're over here. Jacob Wilson to get a hit. My God, why is this even showing up? Everything's 200. And Soto has done pretty well HRR wise. I think I'm gonna just stick with what I said at the beginning. I said it looked good. He's done it twice now. All of last season, he hit this in 69 nice percent of the time. He averaged 16.94 outs, hitting 16.5. He might get rocked occasionally, you see, very rarely, but when he does well. So we're gonna take old Sears over 17.5 or wait, what is it? 16.5 pitching outs. PO, baby, pitching outs. Next. All right, last one, Cubs and Dodgers. You can't see it. Let me make where you can. Is Dodgers 205 with a 7.5 total. We are revisiting the Tokyo series again. Fun stuff. Numbers, both offenses doing good. Cubs offense still cooking in the last 10. They're 9-6 versus 10-4. Number 1 in steals. Number 2 in not using their bullpen. Good job. Yeah, that's a lot. Cubs doing good. Who's pitching today? Matthew Boyd versus Yamamoto is going out there. Cool. Let's look at the props. Let's break them down, shall we? We want the pitchers. We want Matthew Boyd, and we want the Yamamoto. See what they got. Matchups. All I care about is how they've done against them historically. That's what I care about. Last season doesn't really matter to me much anymore. Now I think about it. You can see we're too far. We're 15 games in now. It's like, no, we need this season now. So you see all that, does nothing there. And then, they are not good against Boyd. That is surprisingly bad. I didn't think the Dodgers would be that bad. Now, it's not much stats, but we got like 1 for 10, like a 1 for 9 or 2 for 9 here, and a 2 for 9 for Ohtani. And okay, Cubs. Okay, Boyd, I see you. Damn. All right. Strikeouts is 4.5. He's hit this in every game except for one. Head to head, he struck out 6 Dodgers in September when he faced them. Pretty good. Dodgers 20th in strikeouts at 9.1, 7.3 at 7.8 at home though, so a little bit better at home. Earned runs, walks, outs, yeah. Strikeouts could be a play for him. Hell, Cubs just winning the game might be the play. That's Cubs. Dodgers are 205. Give me that Cubs plus 1.5 at minus 115. Absolutely is what I want so far. Yamamoto, strikeouts, hits, walks, outs. Nah, I think I know where I'm going. Let's look at bats real quick just to make sure I don't miss anything. I have home run turned on in case anybody hits a lot of home runs. They show up here. Oh, Edmund. Oh, Tommy. You're struggling recently, my guy. What is this 40%, sir? You need to fix that. Get better. Do better. I'm not going to take any of this. I think we're just going to do, like I said, we're going to look at the sheet. We see that Boyd does well against the Dodgers historically in his very limited appearances. They are cooking offensively, and I can get them at plus 1.5 with minus 115. I'm taking that one. Yes, Cubs plus 1.5, and we're going to end it right there. To the schedule we go. Now, tomorrow is Saturday, which means it's another day of everybody playing like usual, so you can see all the games here. So I appreciate being here. Go check out the HQ if you want the plays typed out so you have a nice list. Or if you want access to the spreadsheets, baseball will be available here in a couple days, but you'll have the other NHL and basketball are still there. So other than that, I appreciate being here. Drop a like, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow on Saturday for some more baseball. Peace.